Do, 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 do. Everything on? Some things are on. Let's say hi to YouTube. To the YouTubes. Cool. I see that. Nothing's showing up there. Yeah, I cannot get this to work. That works. What I can't get to work is the chat window here, right here. I'm trying to get a chat window that will show YouTube chat. Twitch chat is not a problem. I've never had a problem seeing Twitch chat, ever. Not since I started streaming over a year and a half ago. I got over for like 350 of these streams now. Cheers, everyone. But I have the hugest frustration getting my YouTube chat to show up on screen. And it's supposed to work. I hooked up my Stream Elements thing. I rehooked it up. I looked up, I did search on the internet. A bunch of people are having the same problem. Nobody had a solution. They're like, oh yeah, no, make sure you go public. Make sure your YouTube live is public. Of course my fucking YouTube live is public. Geez, the stupidest things, man. No, it just doesn't fucking work for me. And nobody can explain it. There is no explanation. It's just never going to work for me. I guess I have to find something that isn't Stream Elements. I would pay like a couple of bucks a month for a service that would give me a chat window. Like you see this here where it has the Twitch chat. It's supposed to have the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. It does not have the YouTube chat. It's never had the YouTube chat. I've never been able to get it to have the YouTube chat. And it's kind of pissing me off. It's kind of discouraging me. I know. Maybe I need to try powering on my computer. Oh, thanks, Dan. Yeah, really. That's a great suggestion. I will try doing that next time. Next time we'll power the computer on. What I'm thinking is maybe the gophers that are spinning my generator, the guinea pigs, need to go a little faster. You know, I need to give them a little more incentive to spin that wheel. That's what's generating the power. All right, let's just move past this. I know, clear my cache. I tried a bunch of stuff, but and I had a dream last night that what I needed to do is unlink the YouTube from the Stream Elements and relink it, and that would fix it. So that's what I did this morning. Didn't fix it. You know what I mean? It's just a waste of my time to even spend any time. I'm gonna have to basically, you know, nope, not that many people talking to YouTube chat. It's not that big a deal. By the way, thanks for coming by. So what is today's show going to be like? Sorry, I'm a little late. I had a work thing. Still have technically a work thing, but it's just one of these presentations. Here's the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. Yes, I have a beautiful. Yeah, no, it's not a virus. Okay, what's happening is okay. You see here, you can see you're typing here on Twitch. And I have a window here that is a Stream Elements live Stream Elements thing. Okay, yeah, it's turning on McAfee, and so I went to Stream Elements and I said, turn on my, attach it to my Twitch chat and my YouTube chat, and it goes through this whole thing where it logs into YouTube with your Google account, and you give it all the permissions. It goes through that whole thing, but it doesn't actually show the Twitch chat or show the YouTube chat. But I know it works because the Twitch chat is showing in the exact same window, and they're both set up exactly the same way. So it literally can't be me. It has to be Stream Elements. I'm considering calling their support line or sending them an email and saying, you know, I've set up my YouTube and my Twitch, but only the Twitch chat shows up. Where's my YouTube chat? Maybe they'll have some suggestions. But I already searched on the internet, and a bunch of people had the problem that nobody had a solution for it. They were like, yeah, guess you're not going to be able to see YouTube chat. So that's where it is. That's where the universe is today. Again, nobody's on my YouTube, and YouTube Live is barely a thing. You know, I understand why YouTube Live. Oh, by the way, if I only streamed to YouTube Live and didn't stream to Twitch, it would also work fine because then OBS would automatically connect to my YouTube chat, but only my YouTube chat. So I could either only, if I wanted to see my YouTube chat, I could either only stream to YouTube, or it's the pain in the ass. So I could, but anyway, I have it set up so that I can kind of see YouTube chat. Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's get into this game. The whole idea is playing the game is a nice relaxing experience. We're gonna fly around. It's not gonna be stressful. It's just we're gonna vibe out. I don't know where we're gonna go. It'll be nice, and then we'll see some sights. I don't know where we're gonna. I said that already. The second half of the show, as always, will be me playing music. Now, last time on Monday, of course, you all remember, was Guitar Day. I was playing my Jazz Master. Oh man, I need this Diet Coke. Hi Pilgrim, how you doing? So it kind of works. Hey there, somebody's actually on my YouTube. Hey YouTube, And I'm all like, oh no, I can't see their chat, but I will. If you type, I can see your YouTube chat today. All right, let's move along. Where are we going to go and what kind of plane? I don't know. I kind of think something really, really super light. We flew the gyrocopter and the Horton, but what we haven't done recently is this parachute, which is a super slow thing. It's super fun to fly over some, complicated terrain. But we're going to configure. It comes in a variety of colors. It's pretty. And it's super simple to fly. It'll be a fun little quick checkout flight. But we haven't been in a while. That bright green, acid green's not the way to go. Night blue, orange, purple. We've done red, white, yellow. Night blue, gray. All right, we're gonna do yellow because we did yellow on that other one last time. That's close enough. It's basically just a frame. It's a super light plane. I like them. Where are we gonna go? Someplace where there's some nice stuff to see that's at low level. I don't know really. We could. We could fly around Rotterdam just because people keep, it's still, it's the season. It's going to be the season for, there, it's starting to load in there. It's going to be the season for TwitchCon pretty soon. Okay, so Rotterdam, the experience, you know what I mean? Okay, this is Rotterdam, but let's see, where is it? Rotterdam, the, where the convention center, I think is south, isn't it? Wait a minute, this is Rotterdam, right? Yeah, it's down here. That's it right here. Okay, this is the convention center. So we'll fly around Rotterdam. We'll check out the convention center. We're gonna fly here. We'll take off from here in this dinky little thing here. We're gonna fly south. It's gonna be daytime. I just don't really want to have to think too hard about where to go. We're gonna cold start. Not only are we cold starting it, we're not even gonna use a runway. We're just going to take off from wherever we are. It takes about 30 feet to take this plane off. It's boy, I hope we're going to get some resolution here. What's going on here? It's already looking a little weird. I mean, hello. It's a close-up of the grass, so we don't normally get that. We have to restart Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's see what it's doing here. That is a nice looking dandelion there. Well, it's 2-dimensional. Could be 3-dimensional. Or whatever those are. Whew. I'm already getting kind of dizzy from this. Well, thank you for the follow. Man, this might be a scuffed stream already. Half the time, man. Not half the time. I would say maybe a fifth the time we have trouble getting started up in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But usually it's supposed to show the terrain from a high distance, and then you zoom down on top of it, and it's not doing that. All right, give me another 15 seconds. Have I ever been to Europe? No, I have been a couple times when I was kind of much younger. I mean, like my parents, I was like a teenager and things like that. And then when I was working on Microsoft, this is not going to go. All right, we're going to have to make a command decision here. The thing to do here is to still keep going in Rotterdam. Boy, it was really kind of acting drunk there. Stay in the same place, but use a different plane. What I found is that it has trouble loading some planes. Sure, we'll just fly the gyro. See, because this is what it's supposed to look like, right? And then it comes to here. And it's not... Okay, wait, it's doing the same thing. Yeah. Let's see, though. Let me give it a second, though. Maybe it's the plane. Last time I tried it, switching the plane worked. But maybe not. I'm only going to give it about 15 seconds. It gets really boring, and this is a known bug. It could take... It won't ever start up. We'll give it about 15 seconds. Maybe 30. Oof. What a pain, though. I just want to fly around and relax a little bit in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I got my beautiful blue Bluetooth controller hooked up. I don't think Rotterdam's a go. I mean, my internet's working. I know it's loading stuff live. Okay, well, you go ahead and lurk. I mean, yeah, I'm technically there was a work meeting, and I can take about an hour off, maybe. So it might be a short stream, especially if we can't even get it into the air. This is really bumming me out. All right, let's try. Let's go back. All right, let's see if we can fly anywhere in the world. I'm gonna fly a different place in the world and see if that was the issue. Like it just didn't want to load Rotterdam today. Let's check out my Weaverville, okay? We're gonna make it live, right? Okay. We'll fly in the sure, we'll fly the Magni. I just want to see if we can even start a game today. I'm wondering whether Microsoft Flight Simulator might be 2024 might be borked. We could always fly Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the zero with the zero there. He is really. Hey, I would like to shout out Anti Chap. I didn't know he was streaming. In fact, I don't even think I'm following him. Jesus, thank you for letting me know. Hold on. Yeah, he is. Oh my lord. How am I not following Anti Chap? But he's following me. That sucks. All right, well I'm following him now. Sorry about that. What's he playing? D&D Online. I didn't even know that game. All right. See, Rotterdam is a no-go. This place is fine. Why? Don't ask, because you're not going to be allowed to find out. All right? Don't ask. We'll fly around here today. It's a beautiful day. We're in the gyro. I guess it doesn't want us to do to fly Europe today. It is a beautiful day. Now, I just want to make sure we have live weather turned on. We must, because otherwise it wouldn't be that clear. Custom says live weather is on. Live time of day. Yes, it is noon. We're just going to fly around. This is a beautiful place to fly around in our little gyrocopter at low level. All right, so let's see. We're ready to go. Everything here is good. Okay, we can turn our rotor brake off and give us full power there. Release the parking brake. And then as we speed down the runway, you'll see our rotor starts to gain energy just by moving forward in the airstream. And as it does, it pretty quickly generates plenty of lift for us. Doesn't need a lot of runway to take off. It doesn't need a lot of runway. Although it's got that inlay in it there. It's the Weaverville Airport. Spent extra money on that. All right, we don't want to go too high. And the other thing I always like to point out, we've flown this a couple times in a row. It's a flexibility, is the flexibility of the rotor. It's not powered. All right, we're going to turn our power down here. It's not powered. It just moves because of air moving through it, causes it to spin, and when it spins, it stores energy that you can use to make the plane go up. I don't know. It seems to work. It's based on a real thing. This is not a fantastical, kind of system here. Gorgeous day today. We want to make sure we're gonna get over this little hump here. We got like a storage tower up here. We're gonna take a close look at it. Like there's a water storage tower, and I don't know. I didn't check this out before. It's kind of cool. My computer requires a reboot. Employee technology experience. My computer is telling me my work computer wants a reboot, which is fine. Got to reboot all at once. Anyway, I'm sorry that I had not been following Anti-Chat before. Thank you for but I'm actually going to go up here, and we'll shout him out. We'll do the official shout out. Long-time supporter of the Mistress Mord, who I had a fun little conversation with earlier today. I just wanted to say hi to her, make sure she's doing all right. So you can actually land here. I think it's a hospital or something, like in a helicopter. It's got a helicopter landing pad right out here. I think we could probably land in this because it doesn't require a lot. But we're gonna see if we can go up to the fire break, the firehouse up there. I don't know. It's going to be pushing the capabilities of this plane to make it up there. Much less land. But I've never tried and I want to. You know, plane. So we could potentially land there, although landing on a helicopter landing pad, this is not really what we're meant for. So up there where it says Weaver Bali, you can kind of see up there Weaver Bali. That is a little tiny kind of fire break that you can land on, and it's got a cool firehouse that you can explore should we successfully survive it. Meanwhile, this whole area has been redone specially. It's like this add-on that I bought. This whole area with those two airports. There's another airport up front, this thing up here, and there's another airport that's about 20 miles up ahead. Summer Valley or whatever, Summervale, or Summer Bali. There's Weaver Valley and Summer Bali, something like that. Anyway, and so all this terrain, it really looks good and realistic. We were here about a month or two ago, and it was snowy as all heck because it was. We have the because 2024 has that live weather. Okay, I basically have my power on full, and before I burn anything out, I want to take a look in here and see if all my engine systems are working fine. Yeah, I mean, my RPM is a little high, fuel pressure looks good, engine, everything's in the green. Engine temperatures. Does it show our outside temperature there? I don't think it does. There's probably a way of knowing. Motor RPM, plenty of fuel. All right, we're gonna try to get up enough altitude here because we got to get up from 3,800 feet to about 5,800 feet, about 6,000 feet to land up here. I think we could do it, but I don't know. I mean, that's really high up operating for this particular plane. It says Kinch 9er on the side. Okay, so I like to talk a little bit about what a gyrocopter is. It's a kind of a hybrid between a helicopter and like a sport plane or an ultralight. It's got a very simple power scheme where your engine's right behind you there. We can kind of see that engine's right behind this bulkhead back there. And it's a very basic engine that you'll find. It's a Rotax. It's basically the same engine you'll find in any kind of small plane. And it's hooked up to a fixed propeller. There's no transmission or anything like that. So it's very simple drivetrain. And then you got this unpowered rotor at the top that just basically spins free. Now you got to see those two rods there that connect up. Can't really see that well. Okay, there we go. The rods go up there, and I don't think you can see them. Oh, can you see them actuating it? You kind of see them actuate. The rods move up and down. And when they move up and down, they cause the rotors to turn a little bit, or to cyclic. They're like a helicopter. They're cyclic, and that allows you to go left and right, which we're going to go left here. But if you want to go up and down, you're moving a tail surface there. That tail surface there, you can't really see it, I think, right? I take it back. It is all done through cyclic control. I take it back. Now that I look at it, I think there's a rudder there, and that's independent, but there is no tail surface. I've been saying it wrong. It is a full cyclic. That this control here, that control there, when you move it in a circle, does both left and right, front and down, by adjusting the cyclic controls of the helicopter. All right, I got to figure out how to get up here. In any case, it's very unique. It can do most of the things that a helicopter can do, except land and take off vertically. Obviously, can't take off vertically, but it can land very short. I don't see if we can even get up here to the Weaver Ball. We're trying to get the maximum. We're at 5,500 speed. We gotta get up. We gotta get up here. Hopefully, we won't have to circle around. I mean, we've got plenty of speed here. I'm giving it the full Monty on the back there, on the propeller there. And we want to make it up to this. There's a ridge there which you can't really see because we're not high enough, and I don't want to stall. But I don't know if you can really stall that easily in the gyrocopter. We are making some nice altitude up here. I feel like we're with full power. We've got plenty of juice to get up here, and I don't feel that with all planes. Okay, that's our target up here, where it says Weaver Bali. But how we line up is a little tricky because it's kind of a curved top of the ridge landing area here. I think that's about right. Okay, we're going to reduce power. Reduce power way down. We're going too fast. We're going slow. Slower. Yeah, that little dirt there, you can kind of see that little dirt path there is where we're going to try to land here. Ooh, I think I have a little bit too fast. What we don't have is brakes. But maybe we can slow down enough. Whoa. That was no good. No good. We're going to try again. All right, we'll come around again. At the last second. Look, I got to learn the handling characteristics of this plane a little better. Thank you for the follow, by the way. We're going to try this crazy landing again. That's where we smashed. Of course, this is Microsoft 2024. I want to do it. I think it's possible. We were close. I reduced power a little too much, but I've learned. I'm learning. I want to get up there because we're going to get out of the plane and check out the fire break here, the little fire station. There are very few planes that can land on this little thing here, and you can see how steep it is. It's literally, well, it's steep uphill. I mean, there's only one way you can land. Interesting crap. Yeah, it's a gyrocopter. I mean, I have a million planes. I usually don't like, the one planes I don't fly are the big jetliners. I'm just like, I find those a little boring. I like to fly these little crazy little sport craft. But I have a lot of very exotic, like World War II aircraft and things like that. There's a lot of cool stuff in Flight Simulator. I want to come around and see if we can land on this little dirt road here. As I keep thinking we're going way too fast, but last time we crapped out right at the end, so maybe we're not going too fast. And as long as we get on the ground, the steepness of this, oh, yeah, we're going too fast. Whoa, too fast. Yeah, all right. We have to abort here. All right. We're going to come around again. I think I can do it. Yeah, it's kind of bush flying, but you can land in the ultralights, the small planes. I mean, a lot of the really light planes have trouble getting up to where it's 7,000 feet here. I think it can be done, but not easily. I've seen, by the way, I don't know if you know who Avi Angel is. She's able to do this a few times, but it's basically always a crash. It's always like a crazy crash at the last second. But it is definitely possible. I've landed here, I would like to say many times, but no. My favorite bush flying is Papua New Guinea. I mean, it's, Alaska's fun, but the Papua New Guinea stuff is crazy. We do quite a bit of it around here. We're overspeeding. Slow way down. Slow way down. Slow way down. Okay, where's this thing? All right, there we go. All right, we're going to turn here. We're going to turn here. It's a nice, smooth ride, though. It's just you're not controlling you only have a limited amount of control with the thrust. I think we should try it from the cockpit. I think it'll be easier from here to kind of get a feeling, but I could be wrong. Okay, so I got one hand on my little throttle here. All right, we're a little hot. Oh, this is, I don't know. It's a learning experience. But I personally consider this the hardest runway in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Also, I don't understand what there's that dog laying down there, but for what? What? Can I brake? No. All right. That was also a little too much. Also a little too much. I want to try one more time. Savage Gravel is the bush plane. Yeah, that's a good one. It's definitely a great plane. Absolutely. But I want to get better at flying this plane, at flying the gyro. It is definitely different, but I think it's possible. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anyone else do it, so I can't guarantee it's possible. But that's why I'm trying. I think it is. I think we just have to, you basically have to stall onto the runway. And what happens is if you have, when you want to pull up because of the steepness of the runway, because you have to, and then the plane wants to, there's a ground effect that causes you to make it very hard to hit the ground. All right, let's down to here. No power forward. No power forward. You can't really brake. So we're gonna have to brake using. There we go. That's what you call a landing. That's the best we're gonna do. Okay, I'm putting full forward power to avoid going backwards. That's the best we're gonna do, guys. Full forward power. There we go. Because it's so steep. We want the rotor to stop. Full forward power. I think we can make it up to the top, but we'll see. Not all planes can make this little top part here. I've had this problem before, where you get to the top and then it's like, it's a little too steep. I want to put my rotor brake on. That's about as good as you're going to do. Rotor brake is on. Engine stop. All right, well, we're here where we want to be. It is really cool. We're going to take off too, but before we do, we're going to shut the engine off. We're going to take a little break. Let's see, fuel pump off. That shut the engine off. Oh, then you have to shut off the. It's not the battery. There's a fuel thing, I think, somewhere. Maybe not. Or maybe it's up here. The fuel. No, it eventually comes up. Okay, we can restart it. Meanwhile, okay, we're gonna get off. We've made it finally after 6 attempts. We didn't die. To see the beautiful Tacoma truck there. But man, what a view from up here. I mean, and this is what it looks like today. It's a gorgeous view. You get your little station here. Not a lot in there, but it's carpeted, so for your convenience. It's got a little sign, I think, down here. This is obviously taken. Somebody went up here and took a photo. And this shows the 3 different charts for the 3 different runways that are added as part of this Orbex Weaverville. You get the Weaverville airport, which we took off from. Weaver Bali is where we landed, by the way. This little thing there, it says Weaver Bali. I'm sorry, Weaver Bali is there. The Weaver Bali there, there's 2. One is that one is the is that little helicopter landing pad. All right, let's get back in, but there's not much here. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's a Hilux. Did I say it was a Tacoma? All right. There's propane, for power. But I guess you can. I think you could probably drive up here. There is like a dirt road, a fire break road that you can get on there. All right, that was fun though. Oh man, I'm kind of impressed that we were able to get the heck out of here and get in there. Let's see if this plane will take off. I don't see any reason why it won't. All right, fuel pumps on. Energize your. Oh, we don't need that. Energize your starter. Hit the starter. Starts right up. Hey, Sam. This is in California. It's called Weaver Bali. It's in Northern California. It's about 300 miles north of where I live. It's quite a ways north. But it's this really mountainous, beautiful area of California. And you can purchase this as an extra add-on pack. It includes, there's a little, actually we should check out the plaque here before we take off. I forgot, there's another plaque here. It says the Weaver Bali Ridge was cleared for fire line with all the vegetation cut in preparation to backfire the 9,000 acre east fire approaching from Canyon Creek. The east fire was controlled with direct line before backfiring was started. And then there's a bunch of handwritten stuff, just go right to trail, handwritten on the sign. It's really cool that they sent somebody up here, I think, to take pictures, and kind of do these assets. All right. So, okay. Oh, we could turn. Can we turn? We've got to turn around. Okay, I think we can turn. We got to turn around this little pad here. It's going to be tricky, right? You know what? I'm actually going to turn around up here. All right, a little more power. Come on, you can do it. I'm stuck in a rut here. There we go. I think we can turn around here. Yeah, we got a reasonably good turnaround radius. And that little steep downhill thing is where we got to take off from, right here. All right, rotor brake off. This is crazy and not probably not recommended by the manufacturer. But it's basically like down the hill. Hopefully the rotor is speeding up. Yeah, there you go. The rotor is getting some energy. By the time we get to there, we just lift off the ground like nothing happened. I would not do that in real life. You couldn't pay me $100 million to actually do that in the real world. That's why I like Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, we don't want to overspeed because we're way high up. We're going to lose some altitude here. We can land back at the trailhead. I think there's actually a little flat area we can land at. Okay, I'm cut down to idle here. That's where we took off from. If you call that a runway, you're crazy. But man, I'm really happy we actually landed on it. But it's called Weaverville. Let's see. If you look at the map here, you can kind of see. I mean, that's I'm way down here, kind of in the Bay Area, and then way up here near the northern the border with Oregon. Kind of, but not near the coast, where Humboldt would be way, way, way west of here. But just in this very mountainous terrain. So there's lots of fun mountainous stuff to do. Again, I don't want to overspeed, but let's see, VNE is about 90. It'll be fun though. So we took off from the pool Weaverville over there, but I want to land at this little it's just a little flat area next to the helicopter landing pad. I think there's a hospital there. But I do really enjoy the vibe of the gyrocopter. It's one of a kind in terms of its design. It's got cool things like a slip indicator, which is basically a thread attached by a string attached by a tape to the tape to the nose, and that's a very important instrument on any helicopter or gyrocopter. It tells you what your slip angle is to the wind, because it moves a lot when I use my rudder a lot, as you can kind of see there. Because you're changing your slip angle, and you want to know that. But it's great that you could have some kind of indicator, but all you need is a string on the windshield. A string on the windshield works even better. But not, most planes don't have that, but this kind of design that could do those kind of sharp turns would. So it cannot land like a helicopter, but it can land very short, and on pretty much any flat surface. Again, that's why I think it's considered safer than a fixed-wing ultralight sport plane or something, that kind of thing, because those you can land on a road, but you can't. It'd be scary. But these you can kind of almost auto gyro in. You see, this helicopter, the rotor is building up a tremendous amount of speed, and I'm not even using the engine on the back. I mean, it's basically idling here. But the other thing is, yeah, it is holding up the whole plane. I mean, it is being held up by the rotor. It doesn't have the wing in the back doesn't really provide a lot of lift, if any. We're probably going to have to pass this little trailhead thing here, and I think you just kind of land in this little field right near there, and that's where you're supposed to, or that little strip there. That's what we're going to land on. A little kind of looks like a walkway. Plenty of landing for us. But yeah, we had an actual helicopter, and I have landed a helicopter on that little landing pad. It's hard, like all helicopter activities. It's definitely easier to fly something like this. We can start to just get a little engine power here. Okay, we're gonna come around here. I want to land kind of over past that little thing there, I think. So well, I will figure it out. But this whole area is part of the Orbex scenery that you buy. It was like $13 or something like that. It was really cool. The person who designed the scenery for Orbex, who was a lady named Amy, apparently, came into chat one time. It was like, yeah, I did that scenery. And I was kind of talking about some of the challenges. All right, so you want to come back this way. But I do want to not hit these trees, please. Oh, fast. We're going to come in over these trees and then land just past it, if we can. A little over the trees, burn up some speed here. Come right around here. A bunch of rocks. Don't land on the rocks. Nice little soft landing, exactly where I wanted to land. Perfect. I'm getting better. Did I not, the shout out? Does SO not work, by the way? Thank you for mentioning that. Really? You're right. And I thought it should work. Thank you for mentioning that. I don't know how stuff like that is actually hooked up and why it wouldn't work. It might be because I'm in the stream chat window in OBS and not in the actual. Let me just figure that out. I'm just curious now. I don't think I've ever done a shout out, so it'd be something worthwhile to try to figure out. So if I go to my own channel, right? Well, I'm live and do SOL. Does that do anything? I'm just gonna. Yeah, no, it's just not set up. All right. Slash shout out. Yeah, you're right. That would have worked. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I don't know why the SO, the exclamation. I don't even know where that is. But thank you for letting me know. I did want to shout out anti-chat, but I was like, I thought I had because I didn't know. By the way, why is my Diet Coke still full? We unfortunately to that we only do one. This was a fun mission though. All right, well, let's shut down the engine. Fuel there. Let's see, shut it down. Fuel pumps. Oh yeah, don't need that on anymore. The engine will come to a slowly come to a stop. Oh, you hear the sound come down. It's cool. The other thing that's great about this gyrocopter compared to a fixed-wing craft is transporting it. Say if you want to put it on the back of a flatbed truck or like a pickup truck even, I think you can easily do it because that spar on the bottom at the back comes off, right? You can kind of see where it's mounted there. And it's you see those that silver mounting thing? That's a quick mount, so it will come out. I think you have to detach it from the radiator or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I think that whole back spar comes out. And the wheels come off. I think you can leave the rotor on or propeller on, and because it it's above the truck, it just stays on straight. So you don't even need to take the rotor off. So it's very easy to transport compared to a fixed wing plane, where you might have to take off the wings and then reattach them, and that's a bigger deal. And this one you wouldn't necessarily have to remove the rotor to put it on the back of a pickup truck, even I think. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. Are we outside? Oh, there we are. Oh, yeah, this is great. We're gonna take a little picture here, and then we're in the Weaver Valley area of Northern California. Let's see what I want to do. I want to get nice and close and get a nice intimate picture here, something that kind of gives us a feel for what we got here. There we go. That's what we're gonna have today. That's today's shot. Today's little screenshot from the edge. But we are having a music segment. Don't think there's no musical segment today. I'm going to spend about 3 or 4 minutes. Thanks for sticking by if you can. With my little mid-roll on, and when it comes back, magically my piano will have appeared right here, and it will become the Ken's piano lounge because I feel like playing the piano. Gotta move this out of the way here. And plus, if I don't play the piano, a couple times a week, I will forget how to play. You get that picture. It's just part of keeping the skills up. All right, let's get the mid-roll going, and I'll see you in about 3 minutes. And things where I want to go here. Oh, look at that. I'm looking at myself on Twitch and the YouTubes. Seems to be working. Seems to be working. All right. I got my speakers on. I got my mic on. Got my reverb on in case I decide to want to sing. It's kind of important. I need that reverb for the sing part. If I sing, like if I want to sing, I can play clearly. I can see clearly now. Anyway, welcome to Ken's Piano Lounge. What is Ken's Piano Lounge? Well, it's a lounge. I sit around, I play music, but being a lounge piano player means you have to be able to sit and just look at the name of a song and play it. You know, I'm not looking at words or music or anything like that because that's not the vibe of a lounge piano player. It's more like this. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Thanks, Sam. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. And I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Anyway, I'm gonna do a bunch of these songs. They're just instrumentals, okay? Which is I think the meat and bones being on lounge piano player. Thank you, Pilgrim. We'll do a Secret Agent Man a little later, but I'm gonna do like Say a Little Prayer. like that. Let's do this one. Of course, it's Flashdance. What a feeling. I want to play Girl from Ipanema now. Instrumental, of course. I figured out how to do it finally. I'm gonna raid you if you're around. You're still running, but you're not. I didn't know I wasn't following you. No, I am. Girl from Ipanema. I wasn't able to play it correctly last time, so I'm glad I'm a little bit better this time. Sometimes these songs go in and out. All right, I'm gonna play and sing one of my favorite Warren Zevon songs. It's called "Johnny Strikes Up the Band" from 1978 and 9. Dry your eyes, my little friends. Let me take you by the hand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. They'll be rocking in the projects, walking down along the strand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the band. And Johnny is my main man. He's the keeper of the keys. He'll put your mind at ease. He's guaranteed to please, backed by popular demand. Look around, my little friends. Jubilation fills the land. Ready, getting ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the band. No, not. All right, what should we do as an instrumental? Well, we'll do this song is instrumental. Anyway, all right. I want to sing another song. Which one though? Which one? Oh yeah, I want to sing this one. I'm gonna do the lyrics right. Give me 1 second to look them up. Not that hard. Not that hard to look up the lyrics. Let's see. Phantom Planet. It's all your favorite Phantom Planet song lyrics here, but I just haven't memorized them. So you're like, oh, you don't have to look at lyrics. I said earlier in the show. All right, sometimes I have to look at lyrics. It goes like this. Remember the OC. We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one. California here we come, right back where we started from. Hustlers, grab your guns, your shadow weighs a ton, driving down the 101. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. Stereo, listen as we go, nothing's gonna stop me now. California, here we come, right back where we started from. Pedal to the floor, thinking of the roar, gotta get us to the show. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. California, here we come. California, California, here we come. California, California, here we come. California, here we come. California, California, here we come. California, California, here we come. Honestly, that is a great ass song. California, Phantom Planet, 2001, I believe. Right around there. Of course, the theme song to the OC. But thank you, I do enjoy playing that one. All right, I'm gonna give my voice a rest, and we'll do a couple of Steely Dan lounge songs. You know, like this one. Hey, Raj Simpson, Raj. Hey, Simpson. Seen you in a while. How you been? I should. I will. You have to sail with me. I would like to. I've done a couple times. Very rarely. Like 3 or 4 hours, I agree. I mean, you can have fun in 2 hours. But less than that, it's kind of a waste. You keep building up supplies for 30 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing about flight simulators. Again, you can. It's perfect for the amount of content I do. I can do a full checkout flight. We land, we take off, we talk about planes, we see some scenery. 35 minutes, 45 minutes. So it's perfect for the kind of content I want to do, where I do multiple things in the same stream. But the streams don't have. I can't make the streams super, especially these weekday streams. I do have to get back to work like by 1:30 or so. Yeah, I mean, I can get back to work whenever I want. I said it means I'll end later, but you know what I mean. Anyway, but I'm enjoying playing the piano. Let's sing. Let's do a little. We're gonna do. I really, because I love playing the song. I'm gonna play Blazing Saddles, the theme to Blazing Saddles, and why not? He rode a blazing saddle. He wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far. He conquered fear and he conquered hate, turned dark night into day. He made his blazing saddle a torch to light the way. And outlaws ruled the West, and fear filled the land. A cry went up for a man with guts to take the West in hand. They needed a man who was brave and true, with justice for all as his aim. When out of the sun rode a man with a gun, and Bart was his name. Yes, Bart was his name. He rode a blazing saddle. He wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far. He conquered fear and he conquered hate, turned dark night into day. He made his blazing saddle a torch to light the way. Right, gonna do secret agent man now. Pick up stuff. You know. Some people think this is their favorite one that I do, but I don't know. There's a man who leads a life of danger. With everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. Oh yeah. With every move he makes, well, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Beware of pretty faces you may find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say. Well, don't give yourself away. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Be sunning in the Riviera one day, been bleeding in a Bombay alley next day. Oh, don't let the word slip when kissing persuasive lips. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Well, secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away. What the hell's going on here? Taking away your name. I started my demo function. This piano is like a ghost in. And thanks for the follow, teacher. All right, good. If you just play this piano too hard, eventually the buttons will press themselves. I found out. Secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Well, look at it, agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. Ooh, so much fun. All right, just some instrumentals here. away. Fifth Dimension. What else should we do? Do just a couple more songs here before I gotta get back to the thing. Oh, we'll do some Charlie Brown stuff. Technically, this is called Linus and Lucy. Charlie Brown's not even in it. Okay, last song of the day. I still got a little Diet Coke left in the can. I like me a Diet Coke, but yeah, it's getting pretty light colored now, you know. Oh, that's refreshing. Startlingly refreshing can of Diet Coke. Hey, thanks for everybody coming by today. Sam, everyone, and everybody said hi. Pilgrim, Auntie, Chap. Is Auntie still streaming? because would like to raid somebody. Oh yeah, Auntie's still streaming. We're gonna raid Auntie, man. That'd be nice. Great Auntie. Oh wait, let me put my face cam on here. Get this settled over here. Move this right here. Oh, that's always nice to take it. I do have a little short stream today. Only an hour and 20 minutes long. Whatever, a little mini stream. But I do have to get back to work. I started late because I have this work meeting. So I got to get back to not a work meeting, a presentation. But plenty of time to get what I have to do done this afternoon. No problems. Tomorrow I'm going to be in the office, obviously not streaming. Oh, but I had such a great time. I will be doing pretty much the exact same thing all over again on Friday. Here, yeah, I'm sticking my finger right in your face, okay? Also, this Diet Coke. On Friday, there should be more streaming. I'll try to start as close as possible, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, as usual. Go for 2 hours. We're going to fly Microsoft Flight Simulator. Don't know where we're going to. Maybe we'll try to go to Rotterdam, since we weren't able to successfully start up in Rotterdam today. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, and then the second half of the stream, I'll be whipping up one of my guitars. I don't know, probably not this Jazzmaster, but probably a different guitar for my collection. Gonna strap the guitar on and play guitar stuff for good hour or so. That'll be Friday. Come back for that. In the meantime, we're gonna rate our community from community member from Mr. Smord and other communities. Anti-Chap who's streaming right now. I should be rating him more. Okay, raid Anti-Chap. I think he's still on. He's probably not going to go on for much longer, but we're going to rate him anyway. Pat Chap. There we go. Hit enter. I'm going to run my little outro. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.